Leading off for Atlanta, the center fielder, number 13, Ronald Acuna Jr. First pitch.
I am terribly sorry about that, guys. I had my mic muted because I was playing a basketball game, and they pick up on the littlest shit ever. Like, seriously. I was playing 2K, and I didn't even breathe, or I didn't even say anything. I just breathed, and they were like, technical. And I'm like, what? So thank you for pointing that out, Shock. I'm sorry. I did say hi to you earlier. But what I was trying to say, that's awfully embarrassing for me. But what I was trying to say is that we're grinding out these moments. There's 9 of them. Each is worth 5,000 XP. The first moment being with Scherzer. You gotta get him. You gotta get 8 strikeouts with him, basically. What makes them tough is that these moments are on veteran and all-star. So get ready for a tough fight. So, but if you guys recall, in the last stream that I did on Friday, I was doing the Conquest map, and I managed to get that done. Took me a little bit longer than I would have liked, but I got it done, so I'm not going to complain. So, all told, doing the Conquest map, that got me up to 60,000 XP, and doing this will get me up to 45,000 XP at the very least. So all told, I'm looking at 100,000 XP in these across the Conquest map and the moments, and that's enough to be able to get me to one of the Classics choice packs. In fact, the one that I'm eyeing it gives me Francisco Alvarez. Alright, Shock, I appreciate it. Thank you. Got a tough grind for us, unfortunately. This is 8 strikeouts against the Atlanta Braves on All-Star, so this is not going to be easy. Thankfully, there's really no fail with this. Like, if you give up a hit or a run, then you fail it, but you need 3 dinner suggestions? Well, my family is having Big City tonight. For lunch, I had a cheesesteak, so you can make a cheesesteak. And I don't know if you like gumbo. Do you like gumbo? Louisiana is pretty well known for its gumbo. Okay, I didn't know, dude. I just, sometimes just because you're in Louisiana doesn't mean you have to like gumbo. And the only reason I even know of gumbo is because of Bar Rescue, so do not hate me. Never even had it. I'm sure I'm missing out. Got him? Great. It's just a soup, isn't it? Gumbo soup. With like spices and veggies, no? Isn't that what gumbo is? That's false. It's required by law. Louisiana residents that don't like gumbo are put on public trial. Wow. That's, I'm pretty sure that violates your constitutional right against cruel and unusual punishments. Same with Philly natives and cheesesteaks. So if I'm from, well, I'm not really from New York, but I live outside of New York, just 30 minutes away. So I gotta like New York style pizza. I mean, I've had the pizza in New York. It's not bad, but sometimes it's. I mean, Chicago is better, so no. The deep dish fried pizza. Oh boy. Deep dish is elite. Okay. I mean, look, I've never had it, so I guess I'm gonna have to take your word for it. Strike 3, sit down. Huh, weird. I didn't read that part of the scripture. So what are people from New Jersey supposed to like? Because I can't I know New York is famous for its pizza, and Philly obviously has its cheesesteak, so what should New Jersey be known for? Atlantic City. I mean, couldn't we be known for Princeton? Couldn't we be known for Bruce Springsteen? Or Kyrie Irving or Mike Trout? Oh, the food inside the casino. You know what's weird is I was actually in Atlantic City a few years ago. I went there for like a convention among radio, or not radio, but journalists for... I forget what it was. I think it was for the state's chapter of the Society of Professional Journalists. Yeah, that would make sense. But I was down there. Yeah, I didn't have the food. I didn't gamble either because I wasn't old enough then to gamble. So rest assured, I did not gamble anything. So I did not lose, which makes me the ultimate winner in Atlantic City. But I never had the food inside the casino. Strike 3, sit down. Let's go. How many strikeouts do I need? I need 1. Scherzer, can you get me 1? And then never, godforsaken, wear that number 31 again. That 31 is sacred, Scherzer. That 31 is sacred. A bigger insult would have been if that was a 41. That would have been an even bigger insult. Strike 3, sit down. I narrowed it down to get Chick-fil-A or making spaghetti. I mean, maybe it's just me, Darian, but I feel like Chick-fil-A is overrated. Yeah, you know what, Darian? I will agree with you on that. Seriously. No Italian dish that my dad makes do we ever go without garlic bread. My brother will simply not allow it. If we're having baked ziti tonight, we gotta have garlic bread. We have spaghetti and meatballs, garlic bread. It's like, and really, he's only interested in the garlic bread. But I ran out. Alright. Still, I do feel like Chick-fil-A is overrated. I've had it before, and I really don't see what makes it so special. I really don't. I mean, I've only gotten a chicken sandwich out of it, so maybe I'm missing out on something, but that chicken sandwich to me was not exactly the greatest that I ever tasted in the world. You don't think it's overrated? I'm not seeing what the hype is all about. I don't see it. Don't get me wrong, I don't think Popeyes is any better. No, that shit is disgusting. Strike 3, sit down. Or, what? How is that not strike 3? Oh, wow, that was premature. There we go, strike 3, sit down. The only fast place taking over is Whataburger. I would take CFA over anything else.
Leading off for the Blue Jays.
Okay.
The right fielder.
What's the In-N-Out? What about In-N-Out? I've heard a lot of people say a lot of good things about In-N-Out. Not even In-N-Out would overtake it? Never had it? Oh, I have a lot of friends on the West Coast who just say it's an absolute must-have if you ever go out on the West Coast. Uh-oh. That's my fault.
Leading off tonight for Toronto.
So, I mean, whatever. Maybe I just really haven't experienced Chick-fil-A.
7-11.
Like, you know? Maybe I like I said, I've only had the chicken sandwich. So
Batting second.
maybe I'm missing out on something. But I'm just not understanding what the hype is around Chick-fil-A, personally. I definitely agree that it's overpriced. I actually have a Sonic that's not too far from me. You could get 28 chicken sandwiches for $1 at Chick-fil-A. What, they make you like the White Castle burgers, like they're really small? That's the only way I see 28 of those being $1. Chick-fil-A is cheap. Alright. Well, it's like $3.50 for a sandwich. I mean, I can go to Burger King. I have a coupon for 2 of those long chicken sandwiches for like $5. That's pretty cheap considering how long those chicken sandwiches are. That's like a whole meal, dude. Those 2 chicken sandwiches. Oh my god, after eating those, I couldn't even eat the fries. And I consider myself someone who's who likes to, you know, who likes to eat. And you know, the fact that I couldn't even finish a meal after having those chicken sandwiches, you know, just like, I'm not saying it was satisfying, I'm just saying it filled me up. Truth be told, I don't even know if I've had a great chicken sandwich. I don't know if I can legitimately say that of all the chicken sandwiches I've had, you know, this one is the very best.
Batting sixth. The second baseman, Kevin Biggio.
Actually, what I can say is good chicken, homemade fried chicken. Oh my god, my dad makes the absolute best I've ever had, certainly, and no other fried chicken compares to it. Nothing that any of those fast food restaurants even come so close to what my dad makes. Oh my god. Seriously, we just had it the other night, too. Oh, and that shit was gone in a matter of days. It didn't even last long in our fridge. It just...
The third baseman, number 5, Santiago.
You know? That shit was so good. But of course, I'm gonna say that homemade stuff is much better than fast food. I truly do believe that homemade food is much better than fast food. No! God damn you, Jansen! You really wanted to fuck me up there. I had the strikeouts. Oh, fuck you.
Leading off tonight for Toronto.
It's just, I guess it's just that it takes more time, but, you know, more time means, like, better taste. Whereas that fast food shit you expect to get in 5 minutes. Or you want to get it in 5 minutes anyway. You know, you're obviously not concerned about the taste. You just want something to eat. Strike 3, sit down.
That in third, the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Darian, did you guys, like, have your own cook, or did either your mom or your dad, like, cook for you when you were younger? I'm just curious because, like...
The right fielder, Hernandez.
You know, my parents obviously cooked for me, but... I mean, I don't know, man. You tell me, did your parents ever home-cooked meals for you guys, or was it more of like someone else?
The left fielder, Counts 1-0.
And I will be happy that he grabs that. Wait, hold on. Okay, I do have to strike out, so I just need to get through the innings. Lived with your mom until junior year, then they aren't together. My mom would cook when she was home, which is like twice a week, so... Oh, so you cooked for yourself. Oh, okay, well, what's your specialty dish? Like, if you and I were to go out to... were to eat dinner together, like, what would you make? When I visited my dad, I would just eat what the team catered after games from restaurants for the players. Oh, okay. Chicken parm. Dude, my man. I love me some chicken parm. And you know what, dude? I could eat it either on a roll, like a sandwich, or I could eat it like as is, like on a plate, like as a dish itself. It's so delicious. The spaghetti, a little much for me, but dude, chicken parm, delicious. So good. I swear to God, though, I will say that my high school nearly ruined chicken parm. You have to be completely honest. That's my. I'm gonna make it because you're. So I'm not dealing with a. No, dude, I'm not Italian. No, I have no Italian blood in me. So. No, he makes some really good Italian dishes. I'm sorry if I said he was Italian. No. My dad's not Italian. No. He just cooks very well. He can make all kinds of things. Chicken, he can make burgers, he can make spaghetti and meatballs. You know, he can make all kinds of different dishes. No, I'm sorry. If I said he was, I misspoke. He's not Italian. No, we have no Italian blood in our family history. I mean, I can tell you that I'm half Irish, a quarter German, and a quarter Polish, but that's it. So, if chicken parm is your specialty, dude, I'd love to try it. But then again, I never really say no to any dish. Strike 3, sit down. All right, we got that moment done. Nah, you don't have to go all exquisite for me. No. Don't stress yourself out like that, man. I appreciate that, but don't stress yourself out. I mean, hell, it could have been simple.
Leading off for the Mets, the center fielder, number 9, Brandon Newman. First pitch, 7-10.
Yeah, but tonight is baked ziti at my house, and I love the way my dad makes it. Now, on garlic bread, do you put anything on it, or do you, like, aside from garlic and the butter and everything, do you put anything else on it? Like, would you put cheese on it? Not processed cheese. I'm talking like mozzarella cheese. Would you if you were to make garlic bread, would you put cheese on it? Just normal, cheesy bread for sure. Nice. Yeah, I swear to God, like, I mean, I like garlic bread, whether it has the cheese on it or not. But to me, the cheese makes it so much better. All I can say is that right now it's a good thing. It's a good thing I had McDonald's when I got off of work, because otherwise I'd be really, really hungry right now. I would be forced to go downstairs, get a dish for myself, and you guys would be seeing me eat it on stream. But I'm not going to do that. But it really is delicious, that big ziti that my dad makes.
The first baseman, Pete Alonso. That is good. The right
Hey!
fielder, number 20, Mark.
Hey, you know what? Some people have actually built up a following just by doing that. Just by doing that, they build up that they really have a large fan base. There you go. See, why are you wasting your time all on Madden and Call of Duty when you could be out there teaching people how to properly make garlic bread, or Philly cheesesteaks, or chicken parm. You can be like that guy on Man vs. Food, you know, where he just goes around and takes on these food challenges at different restaurants. I mean, you could have your own, like... Exactly. Why not? I mean, personally, the challenges he takes on, I look at that shit and I'm already full just looking at it. Seriously, he had like burgers that were, oh my god, they're bigger than me. And then he had pizza that stretched across 6 tables or 9 tables. And I'm like, who the hell eats all that? More importantly, I want to know how he keeps his form, because I imagine if I eat all that stuff, whew, that 600 pounds is going to be gained overnight. Is that you gotta make it sound like you're chewing on food while you're doing it, and yeah, you know, gotta make it like your mouth is stuffed. Strike 3, sit down.
The catcher, number 33, James McCain.
Obnoxiously slurping the beverage as a form of ashmere. There you go.
The pitcher, Jacob Gibran.
I actually do want to know how he keeps his form like that, because that's amazing that he's not like those people on My 600-Pound Life or whatever it is. It's truly incredible. I'm sure he has some kind of a like diet and everything to help him do that kind of stuff, like a Joey Chestnut kind of diet. I mean, how the hell does Joey Chestnut eat like almost 100 hot dogs? No, does he eat over 100 hot dogs? How many did he eat at this year's hot dog eating contest? If they even had it this year, I thought they did. Yeah, 70 something. So he eats that many hot dogs. How does he keep his form? Oh my God, you look at him and you wouldn't think he would even have eaten a single hot dog in his life. It's insane. Let's go, double play. Let's go. Seriously, if I eat that many, I mean, I'd be throwing up throwing up like crazy. There's no way I could eat 70 hot dogs. No way. 2 once a week for me is good enough. You could do 70 easily? Dude, I did, the most food I ever ate was 6 slices of pizza when I had to be like 7 or 8 at the time. With the guys like that, though, it's different because they train for it, so their bodies, because they do competitions yearly to stay. Obviously, I mentioned exercise, but they have to. Yeah, that's true. That's like work, to be honest. No, that's not normal. I ate freaking 4 slices. Dude, Kyrie. Or, dude, what stuff do you eat? Like, what's the most you've ever eaten? Sorry, I look at your name and I immediately think of Kyrie. So, I'm sorry. What's the most food that you've ever eaten? Because, I mean, pizza, most food, yeah. Like, gonna go play with Bailey for a little, so if you're still on, I'll come back. Alright, I appreciate it, Legendarian. Appreciate talking food with you. Good luck with your channel. Probably a buffet eating like 15 Are we talking like full 15 plates, or are we talking like foods, little bit, full plate course? Holy shit, dude. We were literally at a restaurant, my family and I, not too long ago. We were literally at a buffet a couple weeks ago, and all I had were 2 plates of regular course, and then for dessert, I had fruits. I know, surprising. Yeah, 2 plates. That's all. I had like 8 different foods on it, though. Or I'm sorry, 4 different foods on each plate. So that's like 8 different food you're talking about. Well, apparently I missed the memo on that one. I must have missed the memo because I did not get that. I did not get that. Four slices of pizza is probably the most I'll ever eat. But usually I try to aim for 3. Well, you have to consider I eat with my family, so obviously I have to limit whatever I eat. I just trained myself over the years to just be satisfied with 3 slices. And even when I worked in a pizzeria for a little while, I then trained myself just to be satisfied by 2 slices. Yeah, 2. That was my lunch. Yeah, 2 and a drink. Yeah, that was my lunch. But there were times where I would have that multiple times a week, because I worked multiple shifts for that pizzeria. So, you know, it was your pre-final dinner. Yeah, I remember those days. Pre-finals. How do you think you did on that final then?
Up next to the Mets, the pitcher, Jacob DeGrom.
Yeah, I definitely have one. I've had my fair share of those finals when I was in college. Yep. But I also had my fair share of those finals where it was like take home, and so pretty easy. Yeah, I get you. You're uncertain. It's really uncertain. Was it a class that you felt like you needed to pass the final in order to pass the class itself? Like, if you did terribly on that final, you could basically flunk the class? Or was it more of a situation where you were doing well in it, but, this one final could really bring down your GPA?
Batting second, the left fielder, Starling.
Okay, well, hey. At that point, you probably would have only had to fill in one answer in order to flunk it. 12 out of 57. We're doing all right so far. I just completed one moment with relatively ease, one pitch. It was gone, and so far I think I'm halfway through this, which is good. This is a good pace that I want to be on. I didn't think these moments were going to take me long. It's just they're on higher difficulty, and some of these batting moments, these are like moments that I struggle with. So now the scary one is math. I got that in 6 days, needed 39. Any tips? Practice. The one thing I learned about math over the years, and I was exceptionally good at math when I was younger. If you don't practice and you don't keep that stuff fresh in your mind, you're not going to do well. Yeah, just keep practicing questions. Keep practicing it, and I mean, if you don't have to do the same problem over and over again, but I'm just saying, like, just get some practice. You can even go online. I'm sure they can give you some problems themselves for you to solve. Yeah, not rereading it. Yeah, no, don't reread stuff. Just practice. Make sure you understand it. Math is not all about trying to calculate stuff in your head. It's about whether you can figure out the process. If you can do that, you'll be fine. There you go. Yeah, just practice, take some time out of your day, and you'll be fine. Okay, you don't have to go that far. Unless you're really nervous. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Like I said, I was exceptionally good at math for many, many years. But I had my struggles, and that was mostly because I never did the homework. I just figured that my brain would just do it for me. Or that my brain would be already used to this stuff. And finally I got a good kick in the ass my sophomore year of high school, when it turned out I wasn't doing well in class, and the teacher's like, you ought to come by or come by after school, and if you have any questions on these problems, I can work with you. And it turns out I didn't have any questions. It's just I never practiced. I never did the homework. So once I did the homework, then I got better. Then I got better at math. Or I got back to where I was in terms of being super smart in math. Now I'm just kind of bragging. So, yeah, practice, practice, practice. That's my best advice for you in terms of math. There you go. I love the enthusiasm. What kind of math is it, by the way? What kind of math?
Up next to the Tigers, the shortstop, Javier Baez.
And for those that are just joining, yes, I totally geeked out about doing math. Sue me. What can I say? I mean, we started off this stream talking about food, and then all of a sudden now we just turned the conversation straight to math. You never know. You never know what you're going to be talking about when you come into my streams. Well, that's about typical. You know, I wasn't thinking it, but at some point I'm sure it was on my mind that, wow, this, I've gone a really long time without my stream crashing, and here we go. I don't get it, guys. I really don't. I don't see other, I mean, I've seen a few streamers have this kind of problem, but I really don't know what this was all about. Well, whatever. I mean, the good news is that we didn't really lose any progress. That's the good news. And we got some unlockables along the way. I think I already got those. Oh, no, wait. No, I didn't. So I got 2 of these and 2 of these to go through. Got it. But we're going to get to that at a later point. Because I still need to do the moments, the off-season moments. I think I'm halfway through. Or just about. Yeah, just about halfway through. So, like I said, good news is we didn't lose much progress. Bad news is it crashed. Of course they put me up against Joey Lucchese. I didn't even... Didn't even see that to begin with. Oh, excuse me. So... But yeah, you know, 1 minute we're talking about food, the next we're talking about math, and then finally the stream crashes. Seems pretty typical in the day of a next JG Gen 24 stream. Maybe it's just like, maybe there's a problem with streaming from console. You know? I'm gonna let this pitch go. Because at this point we don't stand a chance at completing the moment, even if I smack a home run.
Batting third, the shortstop, Javier Baez.
Anyway. Yeah, and honestly, guys, like, and this is something I learned in college, too, like, it's not, these college exams and these finals and everything, these are not, it's not all about do you know the material, it's about practicing the material. And what I mean by that is I've had my fair share of exams where it was about writing. Okay? I had to write one large essay. I remember this. This was a globalization class, and the idea behind it was, you know, do you agree with Thomas Friedman, who's a New York Times writer? Do you agree with his assessment that the world is theoretically flat because of globalization? And you had to write whether you thought he was right or if he was wrong. And you had to do 10 pages of that. Woo, bias. And that might seem impossible, but here's the thing. I sat down with a group of classmates, and we all got together, and we were just planning out ideas, making arguments for both sides, and then we would take that information home or back to our dorms, or at least I took it back to my dorm, and I practiced writing for both arguments. And at the end of the day, that final was the only reason I passed that class. All right, man. Hey, what basketball game did you go to? Was it a professional one? Was it a collegiate one? Or was it just a high school one? Or not high school, but like playing in one. You played. Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Sorry. Strike 3, sit down. I need to strike out 5 batters without giving up a single run. Think I could do that. Well, how'd you do in it? Or how'd your team do, and then how did you do personally? Wow, 51-43, nice. I mean, that's a close game, but that's still... Yep, this is me in the flesh, Unstable Phoenix. What's up? How you doing? You just missed it, man. We were having a great conversation for the first 45 minutes that I was streaming. Oh, you didn't get any points? Well, did you get any assists or rebounds? Or stuff like that? Basketball, I always feel like, is a game where, yes, it's very heavy on the stats and everything, but there's also little things that you do. Yeah, you missed it, dude. We were talking about food. We were talking about math, and then my screen crashed. You missed it. It was actually a really interesting conversation. Well, hey, I look at it like this. Your team got the win, and even if you didn't feel like statistically you did anything, even just being part of the game and really getting in a defender's face does make a difference. As long as you put your heart out there, I think that's all anybody can ever ask for.
The right fielder, number 20, Mark Cannon.
Oh, now what? Hold on. Gotta step off. Chose the wrong pitch there. Ooh, they even have Marcana already on the team. In number 20, well, that obviously has to change. Dude, I was clearly going for the strikeout there.
That is it.
Yeah.
The third baseman.
Yeah, one of my followers came in and he was asking about some advice for a math final. And I was just telling him that in my experience, math is all about practice. Math is very important.
That is 7. The second baseman. Jose.
Yes, we're nerds. Sue me. If you haven't noticed, I don't exactly have the jock body. So, I can't afford to have a not so smart brain. Or a dumb brain, whatever. God damn, these hitters are not allowing me to get strikeouts. I want strikeouts.
Next, the catcher, James McCann.
Like I said, you know. Oh, you. No, I'm kidding, man. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. I wish more girls on Bumble would agree with you. Strike 3, sit down.
The pitcher, Jacob DeGrom.
0-1 count.
But how you doing tonight, Phoenix? Well, they haven't said anything, but it's been a long time since I've had someone swipe left on or swipe right on me. So, and the first photo that you come across of me on Bumble is like my top half, basically. So. Either that or no one is really using Bumble, which makes me probably the only person that's even still on it. Your one voucher from Mookie? Ah, nice, man. Go get it. That Mookie card, I mean, I struggle with that Mookie card, but, you know, a lot of people have said that it is a really good card. Like, prior to, or... Chipper's good. Tinder is where it's at? No. I've been told to stay away from Tinder because that's more hookups than it is of, like, actually trying to get into relationships. And that's what I'm looking for. So, that's what I've been told, so I'm staying off Tinder. But I don't know. I may get off Bumble real soon, too. You know, it's just like... At this point, it's just more depressing the living hell out of me. Like, it's so frustrating to swipe right and then never hear from them. And not only that, but... At times, I'm even swiping right on the same girls. Like, the same girls pop up for me. I mean, yeah, that's because I have a radius that's more... Yeah, exactly. I'm looking for something serious. I'm in my mid-20s. I gotta start settling down. You know, unfortunately, I'm not getting any younger. Woo! Friggin' Lindor roped that one. But now I really need to get a strikeout here. Or we could just get a double play. Sure, that works. Yeah, well, realistically, Phoenix, I mean, I was only on Bumble because my sister pushed me to try and find a wedding date for her wedding in May. But at this point, like, if I'm going to eventually get there with a girl, I mean, we're looking at 4 months. Oh, no, I'm being patient. It's just, you know... Again, my sister. The main reason I'm on Bumble is because my sister wants me to find a wedding date, and I don't. You know, I'm not having luck finding one.
Off to the net, the third baseman, Eduardo Escobar.
And I know that there's some. There's like Instagram. Instagram has a thing for wedding dates, but that's like really. Or, I don't know, is it Instagram or who is it? One of the top social media platforms was unveiling a new tool to be able to find wedding dates. I mean, hell, I thought all you just had to do was say it's an open bar and you've got yourself a wedding date.
The second baseman,
I'm sorry. So, I don't know, man. Now, we're 5 months away from the wedding, and so far not having much luck. Strike three, sit down. Holy shit, we tightrope walked out of danger on that one. Okay, I need to get 2 extra base hits here with Marcus Semien. I was on and off toxic for 2 years and now from a year. Oh, good for you, Phoenix. I'm sorry you had to go through those toxic relationships. But at least you settled on a girl, and it really seems it's going good, right? Or is it like still kind of too early to tell? I mean, for me, a year definitely feels like a long time. It's perfect. Okay, cool. I'm happy for you, man. You think, like, this could be the one? Like, you think you're having that kind of feelings for her? She's like your mini you? Well, what do you mean by mini you? What do you mean? Like, in what ways?
Batting second, the second baseman, Marcus Semien.
And actually, we both like the same things, and we're starting to act like each other. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, did you like? Was she acting like you? Like, was she adapting to your lifestyle, or were you adapting to her lifestyle? Or was it a mix of both? Like, both of you had adjusted to each other to be able to make it work? Both? Alright, hey, that's good. Because it shows that you're both adjustable and you both care about each other enough to be able to make those adjustments. That's to me, that's a sign of a good relationship. There's no give and take on one side or the other. It's a little bit of both. I will say though, like I have two sisters, and both of them are engaged. The one sister I was already talking about. They have she's getting married in May, but the other one, we don't know when she's getting married. Honestly, she literally got engaged over the summer, so it was like. Or not over the summer, she got engaged in October. I remember because my dad and I were in Alabama, we were at Talladega, and she texted a picture of the engagement ring to the group chat, and I was like, what? And my dad's just sitting there like, oh yeah, very nice. I was like, you knew? He's like, yeah, of course. But then again, I wouldn't have known my oldest sister was getting engaged last year if it wasn't for the fact that I came down after I streamed and I overheard my sister's fiance asking my parents for their blessing. What you got from her is actually how to be more sincere about a lot of things. And she learned how to have more confidence and stand up for him. Oh, wow. Oh, that's awesome. Wait, what do you mean, like, confidence? Like, she would... What do you mean? Was she, like, kind of criticizing herself a lot? Was she too concerned about her self-image? Or what was the issue that she didn't really have a lot of confidence in herself?
Batting second, the second baseman, Marcus Semien.
And you know what's, her confidence was bad. Oh, dude, that sucks. Oh my god. That's awful. Man, she's lucky to have you if you were able to get her away from the toxicity of her family. My god. That's awful. I could never imagine treating someone like that. Like, it's one thing to do it to, it's like, it's obviously bullying, but I feel like it's more personal when it comes from your family. Like, classmates, oh, whatever, you know, they could say whatever they want, not a big deal. It's not like they're around me 24/7. But family, I mean, that's people that you live with. That's people that you grew up with. And for them to just kind of slap you in the face and criticize you constantly? Oh, shit. I'd have no patience for that. I mean, I don't have any patience for bullying, but I have even less patience for family that puts someone that puts one of their own down. Like, that's shameful. That really is. I'm so sorry she dealt with that. And I'm glad that you're making her more confident and much happier. You know? That's awesome to hear, man. Thank you for making a positive in a girl's life. I mean, I wish we had more people like that, making people more positive about themselves. That's awful. That is awful. I'm sorry they don't like you. I mean, I think I would, you know, I personally would not start anything with the family. I wouldn't want to create drama there. But I do eventually think she has to be the one that says, no, this guy is my boyfriend. This is the guy that is making me happy. And if you don't like it, tough shit. So, you know, I would not, you know, I wouldn't try to start anything with her family. But I bet you there's going to come a day when she says, you know, she ultimately stands up for you against her family. And, dude, the moment she does that, like, I think she immediately deserves a ring on her finger. Not as, like, the ultimate F-you to her family, but as, like, you know, this woman would stand up to her own blood, her own family, just to be with you. I think that really says a lot about a woman that does that. So I'm glad that you're making her happy despite her family's objections to you. You just keep telling her she's an amazing person, dude. Just keep telling her that every day, and you know that she will eventually believe it. I not that I'm saying she doesn't believe it now. I think she does start. She does believe it, but like to the point where she can stand up to her family. That's when I think she'll really believe it. But you're an awesome human being for being able to have her more confident in herself. You're awesome, man. Stood up for herself when they didn't want her to move in with me when I came back for school, and now we live together. Awesome. That's awesome, dude.
Batting third, the shortstop, Corey Seager.
There we go. There's that home run with Corey Seager. Hallelujah. Now I just need some hits. But I'm happy for you two. You guys really deserve each other. Based off of what I'm hearing from you. Hey, Seager, want to make it 3 for 3 in terms of a home run? Nah, not going to make it 3 for 3. You know, I guess what my problem is in terms of, like, trying to find a relationship is that I'm still hung out on this one girl from high school. And honestly, I need to get over it. I feel like I need to get over her. Not that she ever did anything to me, but it's like, it's been almost 10 years since we last spoke. And, you know, it's just, to me, she is the woman. Like, she's the one I want to be with. Which is a problem because if I were to go out with any other girl, I would just be comparing that girl that I think is the one and comparing it to the one that I'm out on a date with. And that's not fair. I know that's not fair. But I'm just, because that girl I liked in high school, you know, I felt like that I never really tried to see if it could work. And I guess that's what my problem is. That I'm too hung up on what could have been in high school rather than focusing on now. I think ultimately I think I need to hear what I need to hear from this girl that, you know, I liked in high school is either, yes, I do like you and I do want to go out with you, or no, I never liked you and, you know, I don't see us together. I feel like that's the only way that I could actually move on. The problem is I don't talk to her. And I've tried reaching out to her on social media and everything, but she doesn't answer. Well, that's the problem. I can't ask because I don't see her. And I've tried reaching out to her. Otherwise, I would totally do it because, like I said, I just want to get this over with. You know, ultimately, I'm just preparing myself for the no answer. Like, I feel like she's going to say no. When I say, like, I just want to get over this. So I guess what I ultimately need to hear from her is that. Not that I don't want to hear from her that, yes, I do like you and I do want to go out with you. But I'm just saying, like, if I'm ever going to be fair, if it doesn't work out between me and her, then I need to be fair to other women and stop comparing them to her. I need a more direct way. Okay, because I feel like I'm never going to get my answer through social media. And plus, I may be old school, but I just find that doing it online is cowardly. You know, like you're hiding behind a computer screen. I know a few of her friends, again, people that I have not talked to in a long time. I guess I can try to reach out to them. I don't know. There's my problem. Maybe that's my problem, is that on one hand I do want to get it out of the way and I do want to move on, but the other part of me is like, do you really want to do that? You know, do you want to face this, do you want to ultimately face the possibility that you liking her for a decade was worthless, or not worthless, but it was pointless? Honestly, you know what, dude? I'm kicking myself because there was one opportunity. There were actually several opportunities that I had to talk to her. And one of those, as inappropriate as it sounds, was at a classmate's wake. Like, I just went there because she was my classmate, but I think that the girl that I liked had more connections to our classmate than I did. And it's like, I thought it was a little inappropriate at the time, but now seeing that I really haven't had a chance to be able to see or talk to her, it's this, you know, I'm kicking myself because that could have been the situation where I found out. As inappropriate as it probably would have been, at least then I could have gotten my answer and not have wasted more of my time thinking about it, if you get what I mean. I'm a very complicated individual. I'm just saying that right now, Phoenix. I am very, very complicated. So I don't want, like, some girl to, you know, think, oh, well, I'm, you know, that she's not good enough for me or whatever. I mean, it's too late because I never talked to her. I couldn't face her. I mean, here's the other thing too, like, now I know what it is that I want to say to her, and I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to be direct with her. I'm going to be like, listen, I know it's been a while, but for, you know, because ultimately, I'm not the type of person that beats around the bush. I'm not going to do that. Simply put, I'm going to get right to the point. I'm going to be brute, I'm going to be honest, and if that terrifies her, I'm sorry, but, you know, this is a long time that I have felt this way, and it needs to be addressed. Alright, I'm gonna open up some packs here. I guess we'll get John Smoltz and Rolly Fingers. And then Tommy Edmond and Trevor May. And then 10th inning, you guys already know I'm going with Francisco Alvarez. There was never any question. Of course I was going to go with Alvarez. Alright, yeah, actually we finished this in a half hour. Or an hour and a half, excuse me. An hour and a half, so I think I'm going to go ahead and continue on with my progress in the Central Team Affinity Conquest map. So give me 1 second here, I'm going to change this up. You know, and that's not to scare her off, that's just to be direct. And I'd rather be a person who is honest, who is straight to the point, not going to waste your time. Simply put, you're going to hear what you're going to hear from me, and whatever you decide to do with that information, that's up to you. But I'm going to be direct with her. I'm not going to waste any time. I'm not going to try and sugarcoat it. No, because... No, and I totally agree. I think being direct and being honest, it may be scary at first, but I think people really do appreciate that. Hold on, let me fix my shirt here, because this is ridiculous. This has been bothering me all stream. The friggin' shirt is all wrinkled. Anyway. You know, and maybe that scares me to a point. Because it's like, this is a girl that, again, I have not talked to in 10 years. All of a sudden, I'm going to show up out of the blue and be like, hey, I've liked you for 10 years, I still do, and you need to tell me whether or not you like me so that I can either move on with my life or we can start being in a relationship. You know? Obviously, I don't want to be too direct, because then it's just kind of like, wham, bam, I'm hitting her like a car crash. She don't know what the frick happened. Who's that getting out? Woohoo! Mickey Mantle, let's go! So I think there's got to be a way to be direct without being too direct. Maybe you're right. Maybe talking to her friends and, you know, maybe getting them to give me her number would be the best way to do it. Because maybe they'll say to her, hey, Jeff is going to try and call you. It sounds like he's interested in you. You know, that way she can at least know what to expect. So maybe it is, and maybe that is the approach that I should try. I don't know. I always thought that I would just end up running into her and, you know, I would just try to be as direct as possible. But what I was trying to say before I lost my trail of thought there, you know, just like, I was just saying about that weight. It was not only, looking back, it was not only not the time for it, because this is obviously a time to be sad that one of our classmates died, but also I wasn't ready to be honest with her. Like, I felt like if I had approached her and tried to talked to her, I wouldn't have said the right thing. I would have just been all mumble jumble, and it would have just gotten even weirder. Yeah, that's really the worst that she could do is say no. Well, no, actually, what she could do is she could come to my house. She could slap me, kick me in the balls, murder my family, murder me. She could do a lot worse than just say no. Of course, I'm not suggesting that she would, but I'm saying that whole phrase of the whole worst she could do is say no, right? Well, she could do. You know, people can do a lot worse. And she has multiple friends that I know of. So, you know, by asking each friend for her number, you know, I'm bound to get a response that way, right? Longoria launching one over the wall. Nice. No save situation, so Pearson's going to stay. Yeah, it's just now a matter of, hey, I know it's been a long time since we last spoke to each other, but, you know your friend Jet, excuse me, I'm going to ignore using, I'm not going to use her name, but you know your friend, well, I like her, and I was wondering if maybe you could help me get in contact with her so that I can ask her out. I mean, obviously, there's, what I said was basically about what I want to achieve. And oh my gosh, I thought there were 3 outs! Oh my gosh. That's just bad base running awareness on my part. And what do you mean Nate Pearson's getting toasted? He's fine. He's fine.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, Harold.
But again, that goes back to my whole point about, you know, not being really direct with her. I mean, yeah, eventually I'd become direct with her, but then it's like, why am I, you know, she could think he's going through my friends just to get my number when he could have asked me. But that's where the whole, I tried reaching out to you on social media. I tried. You never gave me a response. So. Strike 3, sit down. I'm just saying that, you know, a hi from me to her friends would definitely seem really weird. Like, completely out of the blue, out of nowhere. You understand what I mean? Oh, damn, Tyler O'Neill. Perfect. Squared it up right over the middle. Hell yeah, that's going out of the park. That's going all the way to New York because it came straight from Broadway. Yeah, you understand what a very complicated individual I am? I'm overthinking this. I know I'm overthinking it. But that's just what I do. I overthink stuff. If I didn't do it, I wouldn't be such a nervous wreck. You know, even streaming was the same way. For a long time, I questioned whether I could be whether I could be a streamer. Because there was always this, well, why would people want to come watch me? You know, what makes me any different, or what makes me stand out from someone like Twin Gaming or Coot or those guys? You know, guys that I used to grow up watching, at least for a few years. But how do I distinguish myself from them? You know, that was always me overthinking it as a streamer. Oh, get the fuck out of here. Ban. Bye-bye. Get the fuck out of here. No, I don't want to buy followers. I've got 242. You think I'm hurting for followers? But see, but then that goes back to your point. Like, I've been streaming now for almost a year. Actually, well over a year. I became an affiliate. I should have had my affiliate anniversary at some point this month. I don't know why it hasn't happened yet. But anyway, that's not the point. The point being that I overthought being a streamer for such a long time that finally, I was like, fuck it. I finally have an opportunity here to be a streamer, to be a part of Twitch, and to have my own fan base and everything. And, it's just, it's grown. Like, I've gained over 200 followers in 1 year. And this is not to brag, guys. This is just to show you, like, that you guys really made me, like, want to continue. Because for so long, I doubted myself that I could be that streamer. For so long. That I could be that guy on YouTube that plays MLB The Show. I doubted it for so long, and then finally I did it, and you guys proved to me that it was the right decision. Because you guys have built up this community. And I can't thank you guys enough for it. I really can't. But I was so hesitant to do it for such a long time. Pitcher CM, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. How you doing tonight? I'm doing all right. We're just doing a little conquest here, the Central Team Affinity, because if I do the map here, if I get it done, then I'll reach 150 in the AL Central, which will be enough for me to complete or get all the finest cards in that Team Affinity. And that's the only Team Affinity that I don't have all the finest cards from. There's no rhyme or reason as to why I want them. I just want them to have them. Yeah, it's, we're just kind of chilling. DD Malo, what's up? Do I have Mookie? Yes, I do. I do have Mookie, in fact. I'm not playing with him right now because, I guess I could put him at second, but I'm trying to work on Semien at the moment. Do I have Griffey? Yes, I do. I have Griffey as well. I have Chipper, I have Mookie, I have Clayton, and I have Griffey. I have them all. Right now, Chipper is the only one that's super fractured out of all of them. Oh, you're 3 away from them? Which ones are you aiming for? Let's go. Get it, Simeon. Hell yeah, let's go. That's ball game. Wait, why did I take Nate Pearson? Oh my god. I took Nate Pearson out when I didn't even need to. Wow, I'm stupid. Monthly awards, milestones, and signatures. Okay. Hey, that's a good, those are actually, I found those to be, well, the milestones were not easy. That's actually the one, collection that I don't have done. I found that the monthly awards were easy, and they were easy because if you just do the monthly awards programs from earlier this year, you'll have all of them. All the ones years past even, you could go get Tommy Edman, you could go get Trevor May, Rafael Devers, Brad Miller, Mark Canha, Jed Lowry, all these guys you could go get. Even Matt Carpenter, and he ain't even in the, you only need 6? Oh, that's good, man. Are you, which monthly awards programs are you grinding out for him? And then Signature Series, I mean, there's quite a few that are part of the Team Affinities. May? You're doing the May ones. Ah. Let me see. Let me go back to that one because I have to remember what that one was consistent of. Austin Meadows, okay. Jesse Winker. That's right. And Brandon Crawford. Oh, June? Oh, June. Oh, okay. No problem. No problem. Tyler Stevenson. Yeah, that I wasn't really too excited about that one. June, July, August. You know what? Let's just go through all the freaking months. I know Graveman is especially popular online because he's got the velocity and he's got that sinker too. So I know a lot of people like to use him. Montez, I haven't seen too many people use him. Riley, this card, there's a better version of this card. You don't want to go with this Riley. Kyle Farmer, that power against righties, so that's, but you can place this card anywhere. Catcher, first, second, third, left, short. Had a lot of options. That was a utility guy. Brennan Lowe, this card absolutely smacked. I didn't do too well with him in terms of online, but offline, yeah, this guy cracked for me. Unfortunately, I'm blocking the home runs, but whatever. Walker Buehler, there's a better version of this by now, but this was a pretty sick card at the time. And then AJ Pollock, good against righties, so if you want a righty bat, or if you want to, I'm sorry, solid against lefties, so if you need a righty bat that's solid against lefties, this is your guy. Harrison Bader, I mean, the only thing that excited me about him was his speed. Otherwise, I personally did not get a lot out of this card. And then, of course, but I tell you what, this Joey Votto card, holy hell do I love this Joey Votto card. I mean, this is one of my favorite cards to use both online and against the CPU. Dude is absolutely correct. So if you're grinding out July, you picked a very good month because Joey Votto is definitely worth it. Now, excuse me while I stretch or I straighten out my shirt. It's a very solid one to go after. I just know that I don't know how many Tops Now cards you have from this, but there's quite a bit. There's quite a bit that you're going to have to collect. So, oh, you finished the Tops. Okay, so then you have the cards from the Tops Now moments, and I'm guessing you're getting the ones that are part of this. Oh, 98 Altuve? Well, you can get him in the event. He's in the event as a rewind reward. Yeah, here he is. So if you grind out the event, you can get him. But honestly, I don't even think you need to grind out the event to get Altuve. I think you could still... Oh, okay. Well then, yeah. Yeah, you're probably just better off, like, just grinding out, grinding out the Tops Now cards that you don't have, collecting them, and then finishing up on this program. These monthly awards programs were relatively easy, so I don't think you're going to waste too much time grinding them out. You'll get Griffey, or you'll get... You said you were getting Griffey, so you'll get Griffey in no time. How many milestones do you have? Because I found that to be personally the toughest out of all of them. Because a lot of these guys are either in Battle Royale, ranked seasons, or the event. And I don't have, I really don't. You need 16. Holy shit, do you have a lot. Wow. Yeah, you... Player programs, sure. Those are definitely good for the signature series. I don't know so much about the milestones because you have Miguel Cabrera. Who else was another one? Catfish Hunter, I think he was another one. Yeah, he's the player program. Yeah, so Catfish Hunter. Mike Scott was upgrade. Or actually, both Hunter and Scott were upgrade ones. So Jimmy Fox, you can get that by doing the Griffey collections. I have Griffey now. Scherzer, that's a player program. Rivera, you get him at the start. You get him if you collect the rewards. He's like the... You have 44. Yeah, you got quite a bit away. You got quite a way. Hoffman, he's, yeah, West. Giolito, this guy was from the event. From the Field of Dreams event. That's what I remember. You have 24 signature series? How many do you need for... Oh, you need 40. I think that's doable. There's a Monte Irvin player program. Jim told me you can earn just by doing the daily moments. Paul Molitor, that's a player program, or actually, I'm sorry, that's a Central. I thought he was No, I'm sorry. it wasn't Paul Molitor, it was Robin Yount that was the evolution program. Piazza, he's from the Field of Dreams pack, the Elite Round. Kershaw, you get that by collecting him. Ignore Wagner because I just bought Wagner off the auction block. Alright, it's all good, man. Well, best of luck getting Griffey because he's going to be quite a grind. I'm going to tell you that right now. Keith Hernandez is also another player program that you could do. Yeah, there's quite a few here that you can do the player programs with, and I think you'll be fine. So, you got this, man. You're going to get Griffey. Believe me, if I can get Griffey, I think you can get Griffey. So, best of luck, man. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. And thank you for the follow. Yep, I just saw it. Unfortunately, I streamed straight from my console, so I don't have the whole animations like to signify whenever someone follows, someone new follows me on stream. But you know, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, we're gonna go attack the Twins. And then we're gonna get the left side of the map. So I'm thinking maybe next will be the Kansas City Royals, and then we'll head towards the Chicago White Sox, and then we'll make our way towards the Cardinals, Pirates, and Cubs. And we get to play on veteran, which I appreciate. Oh, hold on one second. But yeah, if y'all have any questions, like in terms of collections and everything, be sure to ask. I have no problem answering these questions. I mean, I literally grinded out this entire year just to get Griffey at this point. Like, collecting Rivera, collecting Mookie, collecting Clayton, collecting Chipper, collecting Griffey has all led to it. Attaboy, Marcus Semien. But truly, guys, I had a blast this year, you know. It was a lot of fun to grow this team from where it started. I mean, you could go on YouTube and you can see where I started when I first streamed MLB The Show 21. And it is vastly, and I mean vastly, different from where it is now. That's for sure. But all along the way, I had a lot of fun doing this. I had a lot of fun collecting these cards. I had a lot of fun doing these player programs. I had a lot of fun playing against viewers and everything. So there's not one stream that I've done that I've regretted. I've had a blast bringing this to you guys, showing you guys how you can build up your team, and showing you ways that, you know, you can better your team. I know I just repeated myself, but I lost my trail of thought there for a second. Well, it's either caught, and it's caught. Okay.
Leading up for the Twins, the second baseman,
So it is truly. I'm always in awe of how far this team comes. In terms of building it up, from where I first started. And it's not even done, guys. Like, I don't have a team full of super fractured players. I'm not at that point yet. I have a number of them, for sure, absolutely. But do I have enough to be able to build up an entire team, an entire lineup? No. And that's what I'm still working towards. By the time that MLB The Show 22 comes out next year, I want to be able to have a super fractured lineup. It doesn't have to be all Mets. I mean, I have my own series on that at some point I should return to. But with that being said, what was I saying? See, there I go losing my trail of thought again. There I go. Either way, this was truly an amazing. Oh yeah. Now I just remembered With that being said, though, I still want to build a team of super fractured players. Okay, so I'm just working on getting some of them. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe I do have a full super fractured lineup. I'm gonna have to go back and check. So once I'm done with this game, I'll build a lineup and see if I have a super fractured lineup or not. Oh, Marcus Semien, he's just destroying the ball. That's his second home run of the day. He was like, jerk, you took me out of your lineup for Adam Frazier? I'm going to show you why that was a mistake. Yes, I did take Marcus Semien out for Adam Frazier, the all-star Adam Frazier, at one point because at the time, Adam Frazier, I felt, was a better hitter. Do I feel that way about him now? Debatable. Very debatable. And, of course, I have no one up and warming.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So, Familia is going to be completely cold. And I'm going to be absolutely smacked here.
Leading up for the Twins, the catcher.
Because I was totally unprepared. I was thinking too much about this prospect of having a super fractured lineup and Marcus Semien being all mad that I chose Adam Frazier over him.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, Josh Donaldson.
Yep, that ball went out.
Strike three, sit down. You know, for a guy that's coming in cold, Familia sure is doing well.
Leading off for the Lions, the left fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
I'll get Rivera up and warming just in case Familia goes south real quick. I mean, it's not going to get through, but maybe O'Neill can beat it. Let's go!
Now back, the first baseman, Joey.
What was the reason for me stealing that base? I just wanted to. 99 speed, I'm confident he'll get there. Let's go! Plus, that gets an RBI for Votto. So Votto gets more XP for that at-bat. Ooh, Piazza, bad. Truly, truly bad.
The batter, the right fielder, Nick Castellanos.
Yo, Phoenix, you still in here or not? Let's go, Castellanos! I love hitting with that Castellanos card. But then again, I don't know what it is about Castellanos' swing, because last year I hit well with his monthly awards card. I think it was from like July or whatever. But I hit so well with that card. And now I'm hitting well with this card. It's like, I guess I must have his swing figured out. He's definitely one of my favorite cards to use, that's for sure. Familia getting on base? Holy shit. No one's getting left out in this hit parade, other than Piazza and I'm sure Mantle has been left out.
The batter number 10, second baseman, Marcus.
So I'm sure there are a few players, but for the most part, our team's part of the hit parade, even Familia. Oh, I probably shouldn't test this. Oh, I am still gunned. Oh well. I was committed at that point. There was no point in me turning around.
For the Twins, the first baseman, Miguel.
You know, but as I reflect on my time with, you know, playing MLB The Show 21 and everything, my God, Votto, what the hell? I just can't help but think back to when I was playing MLB The Show 18. And I really felt like I missed out on some opportunities there. Like, I was so... When I saw that Piazza had a 99 Immortal, I was so ready to go grind for that card, and then I never got him. I got 99 Trout from that year. So I got Trout, and I'm sure I got a few other Immortals. I know I got 99 Yogi from the ticket counter, but I never got 99 Vlad Guerrero. I never got Albert Pujols or Tom Seaver or Rich Gossage or Wagner or any of those guys. And I kind of just look back and I'm like, man, I really missed out on a lot. I mean, part of that is my fault because I stopped playing MLB The Show for a while. Not that it did anything to piss me off, it's just I didn't know how to do those programs. those, the one program where you had to get a double and 2 hits with that one catcher. I forget who it was, but I was having trouble with that program, and it frustrated me that I didn't know how to get it done. So I stopped playing it for a while, and then that's where I came across Cougs46, and he showed like how you're supposed to get it and everything. So now that I know like how it is that I'm supposed to complete these programs, I kind of look back and say, yeah, I accomplished a lot, but I feel like I could have done more. I don't feel that way with MLB The Show 19 or 20 or 21. Hell, not even 17, 16, or 15. And those were years where I didn't even do as much as I did in MLB The Show 18 and beyond. Let's see, how's everyone doing in terms of Semyon? He's close. He just gained another 120 XP, which is great, because the more that happens, the more that he'll level up, and soon we'll be able to replace him. With who? I don't know. Alright, so we're going to go directly across, head towards the Kansas City Royals. My hope is that when this turn, I can not only can I do can I capture the Twin Stronghold, but I can also capture the Royal Stronghold. So I guess we'll have to see how this goes. Damn, Trevor. Get out of here. Let's go.
Batting second, the second baseman, Marcus.
Ooh, Semyon going oppo. I thought that would have been a home run, but I guess not. But he will get a triple out of it, so that's good. So all I'm saying is that, I wish I could go back to knowing now what I know about MLB The Show. I wish I can go back and really try to pursue those immortal cards. Unfortunately, now I think it would be a little too difficult because there are a lot of exchanges and not a lot of people are selling those jerseys or hats or whatever to sell. So it'd be very expensive, I'm sure. Not to mention, I mentioned that I didn't get Vladimir Guerrero, and he was the guy that if you collected all the cards, he was your immortal. So in order to get Guerrero, I would have to collect Trout, DeGrom, all those guys. Judge, because I'm pretty sure he was a diamond at one point. It's just, there's regret, but there's also the reality that, you know, I can't go back. For one thing, I'm sure the servers are down. I'm sure they're down at this point. There's... And even if they were up, again, it's this idea that I would have to buy every card, which means I would have to grind out these programs that I didn't end up completing, which is probably not a lot, considering I really grinded out programs. So, you know, it's just this regret, but at the same time, realizing that it just wouldn't be feasible at this point. So doing it would just be pointless to go back and try. Well, at least I know that I don't have to take out Nate Pearson, at least not immediately. He's going to have a nice 5-run lead to work with here. Possibly a practice game to getting the Kansas City Royals stronghold. Possible. So I just, you know, I'm just looking back and just thinking what could have been. So that's all I'm saying, and you know, I really do feel. To me, MLB The Show 18 was the game that I really realized how much I love playing the show.
That is good. The catcher.
You know, like I really, truly understood the fun that Diamond Dynasty can be to this mode, because prior to that, I was only playing Road to the Show. That's all I did for the MLB The Show games. Save. Strike 3, sit down.
Batting fourth, the left fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
It's funny because, like, before MLB The Show 20, before MLB The Show 21 came out, they did, in MLB The Show 20, they had the Forever event, and they had these daily moments that you could do the 11th inning program and get all the bosses that you wanted to get out of it. And they were giving you like 3,000 days, which is basically 10 years that they were. I don't think I think the MLB The Show 20 servers are still up, but I doubt that amount of time was allotted to MLB The Show 18. I think they shut down those servers a long time ago. Still, you know, if I could go back and look, maybe I would. And actually, MLB The Show 18 is really cheap now. Like, there's no way I could see it being any more than $5. If it's more than $5, that's crazy. Because you're talking about a game that is insanely popular. Everyone plays it every year, gets the latest version, and no one really tries to go back and go do the older versions. So
1 ball, 2 strikes.
You guys might think I'm crazy, but, over the weekend, I ended up buying NBA 2K14 for PS4. I mean, I know someone immediately, I know one person thinks I'm like crazy for even playing that game, but I really did enjoy it, even though the servers for it are completely down, but that was a game where I felt like that didn't matter if you if you did it with the VC or not. You could still have fun with that game. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm having fun with it. I'm just playing my career. That's all I'm doing. Oh, that's gotta be gone. That's gotta be. Thank you. Attaboy, Mickey.
Your attention, please.
Home runs like those are key.
Number 24, Jacob Jr.
And then Jacob Junis going to Oppo. 99 speed's not enough. I mean, hell, I have 2K17, NBA 2K17, and what's funny is I actually did think about purchasing 2K15, and I have 2K16. Like I bought it through the store and everything. So I have all the NBA. I could have had all the NBA 2Ks between 2K14 and 2K17. But I'm not really interested in 18, 19, or 20, or even 21. Hell, even 22 doesn't do a good job of keeping my interest. I just don't like how they do the career mode. It's all online, which, I mean, that's fine, but there are just days where this is a game where I don't really want to challenge. I just want to dominate. I'm not saying I can't dominate on Pro, but it's just not fun to me. Ooh, I nearly got myself gunned at home because, again, I was not paying attention to the output. Nope. Nate Pearson can probably finish this game out. Which is good, because that means more parallel XP for him. So, all I'm just saying is that I really don't enjoy the NBA 2K games now. I just don't. I'd rather play the older versions, 2K14, 2K17, 2K16. I'd rather play those versions than the current versions. Like, just give people who don't want to play in the neighborhood or whatever, because that's the biggest deterrent for me, is the neighborhood. I feel like I have to play in the neighborhood just to be able to experience the game. And I don't want to do that. I just want to focus on the NBA. That's all I want to do. I don't want to try and play in the park or in other neighborhoods. I don't care about the neighborhood or the city rivalry or whatever. I don't care. Just let me play in the NBA. And I know I have that option in in 2K22. I know I can just focus on the NBA season and not worry about all the events that are going on, but it makes it pretty difficult. So, I'd rather play the older versions and just dominate rather than play in the neighborhood now or play on 2K now and play in the neighborhood, which is something that I don't like to do. So, and yeah, guys, I didn't want to take a chance here because there's always that possibility that the CPU is just going to take away fans from you if you sim. There's always that possibility. Whereas if you were to play the game yourself, you couldn't lose fans. I mean, I'm playing on rookie right now, so unless I lose this game, which I highly doubt I will, I'm not losing fans. And the more fans that I have to attack that stronghold, the better. Well, guys, as you can clearly see, my stream crashed again. And so I'm not going to play that game again. At this point, I'm frustrated because this is insane that this is happening. So I'm just going to end the stream here, just give my little outro, and then that'll be it. So thank you to everyone who tuned in, even if it was only for a moment. I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to follow me here on Twitch and or subscribe. Either one would make me a very happy person. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much. I do apologize about the crashing. I am going to figure that out because I do not want this to keep happening. If it does, I may have to consider some changes. And, I just thank you for being patient with me. I hope that you subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications. That way you know when I post my videos. I usually try to do them at the latest the following afternoon. And if you want to know when I go live, you can follow me on Twitter at JeffreyWarner3. The link is in the About page that's underneath the stream here, so go check that out. I'll always tweet whenever I go live. You can also turn on notifications here on Twitch. That way Twitch sends you an email every time I start up a stream. Overall, we got the moments done, which is what I intended to do for this stream. The Central Team Affinity thing was just more of trying to do stuff, provide content for you guys. So tomorrow there will be a new player program that we are going to get. I don't know who it is. So I guess we'll be surprised tomorrow. So I hope to see you tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. And until then, guys, have a great night.